So Meet the Brave podcast. I am Monty Draper.
I am LG.
Lex B-U-B.
Bros, how are we feeling today?
Good.
Great.
Thanks, guys. So much for producing a 5-minute intro off of how you guys are feeling. Let's get to it. I want to say thank you to our listenership, everybody on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Simplecast, Castbox FM, and still Google Play to the end of the year. If y'all still rocking like that, remember to share, like, subscribe, and comment and rate. It is our currency. But especially our YouTube viewership. Continue to subscribe. Shout out to y'all for running them subscriptions up. It's a Monty Draper YouTube page, but within the Monty Draper YouTube page, there is a Meet the Brave podcast playlist where you can get all this dope ass content, courtesy of Les Bubble Productions and our brother Lex for producing the show. Now, how are we doing?
You're getting good at that. Ain't no slips up. You
I just be freestyling, man. You know, I've been working on my freestyling and shit, man. I gotta dish you right now, G.
Go for it. Let's do it. I'd like to see what my response is.
He's such a sicko. I want to see what my response would be. What if L had a Fire 16 just sitting?
Didn't know it though.
L would even have a 16. He'd have like a 24.
L would be the sicko to just.
I know, just continue on.
His first rap ever is, "I got 100 bars for you." Wait a minute, have you been writing your whole life?
The worst part is he would start off with, "I told you niggas, Drake trained me."
I'm trying to tell you the views.
He'd be like Ving Rhames and Baby Boy. No nigga, keep fucking with me. I'm trying to be a cool nigga. That nigga L
That's all, man. Y'all thought I was playing with it.
Oh man, crazy week. A lot happened in pop culture. I'm not gonna hold y'all. That Gucci Jeezy shit was cool, but that wasn't the beef heard around the world. We gotta stop saying dark skin and Viv too, by the way. But for cultural purposes, it will be dark skin and Viv on the show. Janet Hubert is her name, people. Can we stop calling her dark skin and Viv, please? Did y'all watch the reunion?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Like I said,
I meant to.
before we even start talking, I apologize. It was great.
Walk it back. Walk it back.
I'm walking it all the way back. I'm two-stepping out the room like, But yes, I watching it and tears were rolling up. They didn't come out though, but they was building up. It was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a lot happened. We'll get to that though. But before we do, tap in with Grand National. Follow Grand National on IG. New merch has just dropped and more new announcements. Salute to Endeavors and everybody at the Lot last night. We kicked off the Lot performance experiences for the Save Our Stages, man. People aren't drawing enough awareness or enough attention to how many venues have actually closed their doors for good during the pandemic. The Uptown, not too far from us. The Fox is just holding on for dear life. There are a lot of small independent venues that have serviced the creative and art community for years and have allowed an ecosystem. So I really want to salute Endeavors, everybody at Endeavors and the Lot and the city, more importantly, the city of Oakland for getting behind and supporting creatives, finding new innovative ways to provide safe stages. Hassan, Mary Saul, Lay, Charlize, everybody over there that has really figured out how to safely host really dope experiences. And last night was beautiful, man. Salute Kev Choice, Shayla Bang, Ryan Nicole, Brian, Drew, all the entire staff that made the show just run as smooth as possible. DJ Torre and my guys, East Shore Highway, Grand National, Brookfield Deuce, Kevin Allen, DJ G Sharp, Champ Green, Ian Kelly, Passwords, and the whole squad, man. It was a really awesome experience to go live, to have the sound as great as it did, and to be able to have as many donations, too. I think that's what the dope part was. They hosted our Cash App on the screen, and people were just sending bread left and right, going like, salute to y'all for the show. So thank y'all so much. The link is still up. Salute Dame Lillard for sharing the link, man. It got hella eyes in there at one time. I wanted to say that just because as California specifically, I know it's happening around the world, but California seems to be on, you said it, G, in your notes, like like exhibiting some martial law based type just guidelines in terms for what they're allowing, just dropping a random ass curfew out of nowhere. It's imperative for us to be creative in other ways and figure out means to support ourselves. In your guys' industries, how has the new sort of announcement from the state and the new regulations affected you, if at all?
It doesn't affect us much. Our mostly is affect. Well, it does kind of like as an extension, because the more people aren't able to work, because it's a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that own or do like their own like hair and makeup and a bunch of different types of industries that go on that they've been able to, like, they have shops and like they've figured out different ways to now monetize their work, but there was a period of time where the whole thing was a frenzy, so they still have to make up for that, but bills still come. So that's kind of like the extension of what tends to happen, like at least in my industry, is that people are getting on their feet, but it hasn't really really worked into the favor of individuals and small business. Shitty. If you see even big businesses having a hard time, if you're not pandemic proof, epidemic proof, if you're reliant on people physically showing up, then it's kind of hard. And then also, as more people are moving towards subscription based stuff, you have to the level of eyes that go on something. It's a lot of things that are distracting us more and more, so it makes it even harder. So larger businesses are having a hard time right now. So I wouldn't say it's just mapped out to like the individual and a small business, but they will be affected the most because they didn't start with the bread. So that's different.
Well, what Lex? What'd you say is what'd you call COVID?
Oh, it's a vampire. Everything's good until nighttime. That's when it comes out now.
How does that work?
Bro, I'm trying to figure it out.
Is the logic that people congregate unsafely after 10 o'clock? Is that what we're speculating? Like what does the curfew have to do with anything?
Well, we used to hear it a lot, right? So there's nothing good that happens after 12 o'clock. So like they're
all the fun shit happens after 12 o'clock.
That's what they're talking about though. Like all the fun shit is the shit that they're trying to, like, they don't want it to be fun whatsoever for you. They want you to.
So basically, you're trying to tell me they're trying to stop people from getting pussy.
Yeah, but people are doing that to themselves.
Oh.
Yeah, I would say they don't need any more help, but any other help is just gonna like fuck it up even more. But
what's wrong with the daytime? Niggas don't like to watch.
I don't think females like to watch. They sitting there like, damn, I can't believe I gave this nigga some of this.
Oh, in this day, like, no.
Yeah, that wake up is different. You roll over like, once they go fix their makeup and come back in the room, like, shit, that's a cold game. Why am I here?
Oh man,
why is he here?
Why is he here?
Why is she here?
The curfew shit is. I just don't know what to make of it because I want to understand the logic behind it.
I think curfew, if I can put some level of logic to it and rationalizations to it, is that it's harder to pay attention to everyone when it's dark outside. So I think they're more so thinking about like how the hell, because we can some way monitor it maybe, if we're in the greatest of attention givers, then we can monitor it when the daylight is out. But when it's at night, we have a harder time seeing things, paying attention to what everything is going on.
Nigga, you can't see everything in the day.
That's what I'm saying.
You
but
can at no point
but you
can
can
see
throw
everything.
you could throw weird ass logics out there that way.
That's
only,
insane.
That's the only thing.
Okay. So
Because if you look at the lake throughout the day, like if you look at places where people are where they monetize the most, like Oakland monetizes the lake the most. Like that's how they get people to come into Oakland.
yeah.
So if you look at that area throughout the day, you'll see they damn near instruct every last police officer they have to the lake area. So you'll see them every 20, 30 feet. You'll see another squad car. Where the fuck are they at? Where are they supposed to be? Where are they supposed to be? What else are they supposed to be throughout the day? You know what I'm saying? Like they have a lot of areas to cover, but why are they all stacked at the lake itself? That's how they're doing it. They're just trying to simplify it and stick to one area.
Yeah, it's still weird. And salute y'all governor. Young Gav is his name. He's proven to be even more of a sicko than I could have even speculated. Mandating shit, and then he at the party lit, mask free. Do your thing, Playboy. Like everybody was so up in arms about it. I was like, yes.
Yeah, rules aren't for the rule givers though.
Yeah, them rules for y'all. Them rules don't apply to us. I don't know.
Was it do as I say, not as I do?
Yeah, simply put though, the idea behind giving rules though is just like you give rules because you don't believe that people can logically think for themselves, like as a whole. So like this isn't for like us as individuals. Like yes, we can somehow we have a rational brain. We have a way to I don't know. I'm trying to think of like the word for it, but we can basically we kind of know what to do. But people as a whole, you have to realize, like if you look at every single per man as a man or woman as a woman,
Yeah.
they don't all know what to do or will have the greatest way about doing things on their end. So I think that's kind of what it is. Why you even create a rule in the first place is not for the individuals that know what the fuck to do or know how to kind of ration out what they need to do. It's for the people that are illogical and they need somebody to give them like what their rules and regulations are going to be in order for them to even be able to operate. Because otherwise, without those, shit might be chaos. Think about it. As simple as you gotta tell people that they can only have one case of toilet paper.
So you just talking about basic shit that you go, I don't have to tell y'all that, do I? And you're like, oh yeah, I do.
No, you have to tell people. Like they don't otherwise you can't just leave it up to people to think for themselves. Like I'm sorry, as much as us as individuals, we are gung ho about this whole individuals should be able to be individuals. You know, like how you'll see in a lot of the red states where they're like, no, this is the reason why. Yeah, like we do this for a reason.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, also, if you take that out of the equation and allow people to just police themselves, then what do you think you're about to have to some of those individuals like we had like in Georgia and shit like that? Like, what do you think is going to happen when men are out there doing that for themselves?
Yeah. Yeah, that shit has never been the defund the police and all that shit. It's all been sort of misguided. The police been on bullshit and
Completely.
And so but I don't want to just attribute it to that, right? Where it's like, okay, emancipation, the freeing of the slaves, and then as an answer to that, here is your police force. Like that's a thing, my nigga, and has been a thing. So the fact that people still try to act like that didn't happen, it's kind of weird. But all right, for argument's sake, let's just skim over that, right? Now fast forward, the defund the police and that mantra being initiated not by black folks, bro. That shit what like and oh fuck, I can't. Why am I talking about this? It just gets sick. Conversations in and around nonprofits that present themselves to be for and in support of black folks aren't. It's a way for the wealthy to watch their money. The military. Let's get off that shit because we'll spend the whole afternoon on it and how sensitive black people are to the truth around that shit. The shit ain't never been for you, my nigga. So to continue to pretend like it is and to be appalled when it isn't and it don't show up for you, and the nigga that y'all stopped the world for to swear in the office to counter the other evil turns around and goes, hey, now we know y'all ain't been working for 9 months, but I need you to donate to my cabinet in order to help me get in the office because this other nigga won't leave. This shit is crazy.
I still don't understand that.
Oh no, it make perfect sense. We dialed the fuck in, bro. Like this shit is exactly how it's supposed to be. It's chaos, and the answer is people turning on one another and feasting on one another and killing off a whole portion of this shit to keep this bitch rocking. It's the name of the game, and it always has been. America's structure is working exactly the way the forefathers set this bitch up. To continue to keep acting so appalled and watching what media is doing. For example, let's get into it. That versus shit.
Why not?
I never been so disgusted with niggas, bro.
What's up? What was disgusting, money?
Gee,
Because I missed it. So.
you didn't miss it. You did the right thing, actually. We on the group thread. We go and I turned it off because Gucci wrote a brand new diss song just for to start the shit off with, and I went, yep, I'm not watching this. This is crazy. And in every group chat I was in start going nuts. I'm like, let me turn it on. I've never seen more cringeworthy shit in my life, bro. And not because it was tense. It was just like this is only cringeworthy. Forget what the interaction was between Gucci
Yeah,
and
what it's
Jeezy.
doing to everybody else.
Yeah, it was the live chat. It was the live chat. I've never no. I'm not. Let me take that back. It was only so egregious because we were coming off hella R.I.P. Von, R.I.P. Mo 3, all prayers for Benny, prayers for Boosie, and then the week before that was, oh, you a sucker if you don't vote. I'm sorry. All that shit goes together, my nigga. I know people want to compartmentalize, but like, ain't the same thing, money. Don't come rain on the parade, my nigga. That's the same exact thing. Somebody died in that beef. His kids were watching that live. And then here all you niggas are gassing it up, going, oh, he disrespecting that man. He going in. Jeezy lost because he letting Gucci punk him. Whoa. I'm done. I'm fully and I mean that shit. I mean that shit wholeheartedly, bruh. There isn't a part of me that is ever going to not say what the fuck I want to say in the vein of trying to appease and coddle niggas no more, because y'all genuinely don't give a fuck. I'm not going back and forth with no black person via social nothing. But what I'm also not gonna do is hold my tongue in the name of trying to make other niggas feel comfortable, because y'all don't get it. Genuinely, I'm talking about people I was trying to give the benefit of the doubt and credit for being thinkers and really going beyond what the facade is of what's being forced in front of us. And there's a whole nother level of this that even I haven't tapped into, but at the very least, I know that there is an attack on black people to kill ourselves. So the man, quote unquote, can take his finger off the pulse. Meanwhile, we in there hyping up a real beef where real motherfuckers died, bro. That shit is crazy to me. And I'm sorry, there is no convincing me. Otherwise, it wasn't shit fly about that battle. It went exactly how I predicted it too. Atlanta niggas feel a completely different way, and that's some shit I'll never understand. So it ain't for me to understand because I'm not from Atlanta. But in Atlanta, Gucci washed Jeezy.
But who the dude that was on Joe Budden's podcast, Young Mees or whatever, I think he brought the best point of saying that the people in Atlanta that think Gucci just washed Jeezy, it was just because of the street shit.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the music, and so
They walked in with their opinion already.
They walked in with their opinion. He is genuinely their king. He is their king. The street cred and everything is dialed in, so it didn't have shit to do with no music. And I'm here for the music. So when Go Crazy come on, it didn't matter what the fuck Gucci played in his round. That nigga lost. When Air Forces came on, it didn't matter what that nigga played. Guess what? You lost. Soul Survivor came on, my nigga. Put on came. I was like, it was 17. 17-3 is what I had, and that's being generous. But it wasn't about the music at all. That's one of the saddest days in a really long time, bro. Like for people, because I'm talking about niggas we know who made significant pivots on that voting shit, and I was watching them walk around, press people and chastise people and judge people for not having a say and being confused by the voting, only to be in the live and on their threads going, "Oh yeah, that nigga Jeezy, hoe ass nigga, whoa," and to act like they don't go hand. Am I tripping for trying to connect the two?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I think once again, that might be putting logic in something where people are programmed to think one way. You know, like I don't think people put enough attention on what social networks do to you.
That
You know
shit
what I
is a
mean?
drug,
Like
bro.
I don't think people put enough on it. Like I think people think that they are individuals, and I'm pretty sure you are an individual when you're not online. But once you get into those chats, I best believe once you start interacting with other people, you are almost as if you are part of the crowd. Like you are now entering into a realm where your own thoughts get sullied with other people's thoughts because truth be told we weren't meant to speak to the entire world at once, and we are, you know what I mean? Like we're not meant to speak with 2 million people at the exact same time,
Man,
but we are. And this is what happens is that people start to think alike. This is like it happens that way, man.
it's not
So
even. I would if it was thinking, I'd rock. But it's so mindless. Ain't no, there's no thought involved at all.
but that's what I'm saying though, money. Like I'm saying that it's not the individuals. Like I truly believe that it is a machine that has learned your abilities and learned your thought processes and have now put you into a box and you don't even realize it. You know what I mean? Like it's not people knowingly going into this and thinking a certain type of way. Like I don't think they go in there and then they think. Like I think they go in there and their mind gets torn up into millions of pieces, and now they're just putting it back together with other people's thoughts. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's how it goes. I think the machine has abrupted this whole thing and allowed people to now almost think as if like it's something that they want them to do. Like I truly believe that it has nothing to do with individual thoughts.
Yeah, I gotta roll with that. Hold on. Coco,
Good morning, boo
lady,
Morning.
hey, mom, I'm a gangster rapper. You can't be calling me boo boo on the podcast.
Oh, you on a podcast? Ew. Hey, y'all.
Hey,
How everybody doing on this Sunday morning?
We are great. How
It's
you
Monday.
doing?
It's Monday. It's Monday,
I'm
ma.
gonna be. Today is Sunday.
But the show don't come out to Monday, so you got to be in the future.
Oh, well, I just called to say that I watched the little live last night, and y'all were flowing.
Thank you.
I'm
Boo.
gonna need you to learn some new routines, though, player. I need you. Your two-step was off.
It was off.
You gotta know how to, bruh. You can't be looking like you grew up in Danville.
See, I'm riding the hive. I'm getting love, and then my mama calling roast me. This is crazy. What you cooking?
I'm just saying, your two-step. I'm making some famous cocoa sketty, like I like it, with some links. You know, you gotta put links in it, not links, but links.
All right, lady. We love you.
I love y'all. Where LG at?
Right here, T. How you doing?
What up, you? What up, Lex? Bub? No
What?
threesome talk today.
Hey.
I got my nerves Sunday.
Bye, ma.
All right, love y'all.
Love you.
All right, love you.
love you.
That's heck of funny. Oh man. Well, yeah. Way to keep you humble. Did you have any takeaways from the? Is there any takeaways from either? Well, you didn't watch it. Lex, did you watch it?
Yeah,
Did you have any takeaways?
I think just everything that we had already said.
Yeah.
It definitely. It's strange to see people online like academics. Really, it's kind of nasty. Like,
Yeah.
cause as soon as Gucci did the truth, Academics was like, he automatically won because it's not about the music. And I'm like, nah, it's supposed to be about the music.
Yeah.
But he's like, nigga, that nigga got to rap about how he killed his partner. He's the realest nigga alive. That automatically makes you have the best rapper, best diss song.
So
From nobody that'll never be outside.
But would that be considered, so just as much as we talk about industry plants when it comes to music, would that be considered an industry plant when it comes to online?
100%.
And online, believe it or not, is crazy huge at this point.
Yeah.
Like, music has almost been, like, music, we have the Monty Drapers and these rappers and artists that are attempting to keep the music intact and keep that as important and first and foremost, because we need music to continue to thrive as a people, right? We need to have the sonic attachment for our everyday lives that helps us through, right? But we continue to put all of our power into online forums, and then you have the individuals like the what's his name? I'm sorry, drawing a blank. Acts of the world that tend to be able to dictate it as a plant in that realm with real people involved, can just drop that in the middle of it and allow it to just sully the entire vibe of everything, right? So what does that mean when there's somebody that's able to do that never has never been out there, never had will never have an opportunity to be out there, but has a say so, and the name and the sound of his of him in that realm can do so much, so many numbers and affect so many people without having any level of connection to it. What does that mean? What does that mean in today's day? Like, what does that mean in 2020 when that's possible?
It's the new, he's the new record label, bro. Like, so many artists have been broke via academics platforms. So many artists have been broke via No Jumper, via Vlad. It's disgusting. It's truly disgusting, and they don't, when they don't care. It is all about their bottom line and what they're able to leverage. And as the iHearts continue to do business with the likes of these people, as the complexes continue to do business with these type of people, the vices and all, like it's a real disgusting time. And I don't know what the answer is per se, but I know it's not to quit. I know it's just to turn up on these whole
completely.
niggas. It really is, and to continue to call them out, and anybody that continues to stand next to them too. You just as guilty. So I love Wayno, I love Nadeska, but they do a show with that man every day, and it's disgusting. You know, all the legends that go sit down with Vlad in the name of trying to grow their brand and see what it'll do for their bottom line. I'm sorry, all of y'all are disgusting. The legends that go and sit down with the No Jump, anybody on No Jumper is fucking disgusting. I mean that. Like it truly is no space in a no fly zone for none of that stupid shit that is causing us to lose young people of color.
I also do believe, though, Money said it before, and I think we've said it before on here before, but I do believe that there's room for all of this shit. Like, as much as this tends to take over headlines and, you know, people that don't think and just go along with the crowd, that's going to always be a thing. So these things are always going to end up doing numbers. But there are tribes and there are opportunity for a lot of different forms of outlets to happen at the exact same time and do numbers within their fields, you know. So I do think that there's a possibility that all of that can be a thing, but I do believe that the fields that are looking to do something completely different from what this mainstream has turned into, I do believe that there's opportunity to not talk about that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think that there has to, the part of the stance is to allow that to be what it is.
Yeah.
Truth be told,
Yeah.
because that is wasted. It's wasted energy, wasted interaction. To tell you the truth, because they're going to do that.
They're gonna do it.
There's
regardless.
numbers,
It's
bro.
their yeah. It's
It's
their
attention. It's
it's
color.
their
It's
currency.
there's so much going on there.
yeah. Even talking about it now, you're absolutely right, G. I just right now, I'm at that spot of feeling. I'm just at that spot of anger just because of the way Von died.
Completely.
And
Completely.
we've lost so many people close to us too to violence of that sort.
You know what I do appreciate from you though is you doing the connecting the dots of all of these things actually playing into each other. You know what I mean? Like it isn't just isolated incidents, like as people would like to think that it is. No, all these things factor into the exact same equation. So it all does play a huge part in how economics is going to play out in the future for a particular group. So that's important to continue to see, to bring attention to. But I think the actual problems that take place don't need to have much communication on it.
No, that's
to tell you
real.
the truth.
That's
Because I
real.
think even like that I put that in the notes, but the whole background shit on the Jeezy Jeezy Gucci thing, I feel like that was way too much. That was a part that irritated me. Was just there's way too much conversation on the behind the scenes stuff that only means that it's going to factor into somebody else losing their life.
Yeah.
And it won't have anything to do with Gucci where Gucci is today or Jeezy where Jeezy is today.
Yeah.
Both those two individuals are going to go on and do their own things and make all the money that they are online to make. It's going to affect the people that are not in that position, do not have that many eyes, cannot make the level of money that those two individuals can make, are the ones that are going to lose their lives, and they may not make it into the public eye.
Yeah.
Their names may never be said.
Names will never be known.
Exactly.
know?
So that's the only thing that irritates me.
Yeah.
And the conversation around it. I didn't get that part.
That shit well said, G, because and then the other part that goes right with that is how disgusting it is for people to run around and say being a rapper is the most dangerous career you can have. And
Particular rapper.
but also they're saying it on the platforms that are making it the most dangerous shit to be.
Got it.
Chris Reed from Kid and Play said on Vlad and was like, yo, it's the most dangerous. Nigga, you sitting on Vlad talking about it with the nigga who's perpetuating all of it. So how is no, it can't just be me.
With the niggas that want to make you work for free off of that shit.
Come on,
Like, they want to arrest you and make you work for free.
man. So all the and because it's on some boogeyman shit, the one nigga, the Rothschilds or whomever the people are that are behind the scenes and own all the news media outlets, both print and TV, who own the record labels, who own the internet sites. Newsflash, it's the same few people that own all of this shit and that's driving all of this information, that's killing us and making it this way, bruh. Vlad getting a bag to tell his story from iHeart, bruh, to kill us. So my cousin's right. I'm off the shit, but we will continue to do the work.
And continue to connect the dots.
Yeah.
I'm with that part.
Yeah.
I'm just not with the individual incidents that happen and them making it onto platforms to speak on.
Yeah.
Because I don't think street shit should actually ever be spoken on. I'm still a part of that group where there is no talking on that type of shit.
Ever. Let's move to some more. I guess not lighthearted because I got a feeling nobody's gonna like my take from the Fresh Prince reunion either. We got to watch it. Shout out to HBO Max, killing the content. They're on a fucking
They have
tear.
great content. That's really what's throwing me back. Is like I haven't had a chance to actually get to it
You
yet
been watching
because
everything
there
else on
is
there?
so much content, bro. I've been watching fucking Adult Swim shit.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
I'm
That's-
stuck. I'm stuck in there.
That was the
Yeah.
win for me. I saw that and I was like, oh, they're not fucking around.
No.
Like, I was like, okay.
No,
I'm here for this.
Adult Swim is so underrated, bro.
Yeah.
Like, home movies, bro. That is my shit, bro. Like that is an underrated platform. So like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I should have had that content for this show. But I've been over here watching
No,
Adult
it's,
Swim.
it's good. I don't want to ruin. Oh, go ahead, Lex.
Since we talk about HBO Max, did you see how they're about to have the Wonder Woman movie?
Yeah,
you-
on
you
there
told me
at the
that.
exact
You
same
told me
time
that,
as
yeah.
in theaters. Yeah,
That is crazy. That
Yeah.
means HBO Max is like, oh yeah, you guys thought we was about to lose? Nah.
that's cool. Amazon's been doing some stuff with theirs with the early release stuff, like early access.
Yeah, was it Amazon that had had Borat? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's out there. These platforms are out here.
I think the content heard around the world though was outside of Versus was the Fresh Prince reunion.
Content king.
Will's got it figured out. Niggas need to give him his flowers.
There's no likeness like Will, man.
No,
There never will be.
Ever.
I enjoyed it. When they got to the James Avery part, it was almost teared up. Keep it a buck. I'm not,
Told you.
not gonna hold you. It was a little emotional.
They do a hologram.
Hey, bro, if they would
I
have
had
did
to,
that,
man. My bad.
L, please. Just one show.
Oh, my bad.
Just one show.
my
One shoe, BDG. One shoe. Golly. My surprise though, my favorite part I think was Will's story about auditioning for Quincy at the party and the execs.
Oh, they said that. Nice.
Bruh, it's such an epic story, and none of the cast had ever heard it too. So
Got it.
watching their first reactions, and then the audition tapes was really dope too.
Yeah.
To see young Carlton, young Hillary, like it was really really dope.
why that nigga Carlton still look the same?
Exactly the same.
Bro, that's
Alfonso
crazy.
hasn't aged a day.
I was like, oh yeah, he must got COVID. He a vampire too.
Yep, man. We talk about how crazy it must be to be him though,
Yeah.
because everywhere you go, they want you to do that
Do
Carlton.
the
dance.
Carlton dance.
Like it don't matter what public area you're in. If you just at the grocery store, before they probably don't even want a picture from it. They probably want you to do that on
I just
camera.
want to tell those people that I saw you do.
No, they want to pull their phone out and record that for free,
Dance for me, black man.
bro. That shit has to be nuts in the produce aisle.
The produce aisle is crazy.
It's like grab those lanks, hold the lanks up, and do
That shit is nuts, bro.
Nah, but let's not dance around the shit. Miss Janet, Hubert, and Will sat down. That is the original Aunt Viv. For all you people running around calling her dark skin Aunt Viv, that's hella offensive.
We call her OG on the vid.
OG Aunt Viv is cool. I'll take that. Go ahead.
Oh no, I rock with a lot of the conversation around like colorism from back then.
Yeah.
On a lot of those shows because it played a huge part throughout that time. So that I do fuck with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Lex, what did you take away from their conversation? I feel like we need a buffer.
Somebody.
Honestly, I felt like he knew he had to bring her on there. I don't know how bad Will really does feel. And I know that's probably wrong to say, but it's like, nigga, you act. So do you really feel that bad? Or you're just like, man, you've been torturing my ass for years now, talking about how I ain't shit. So the least I can do is just pull you on here, let you say your piece. And then I can end up looking like the good guy because I apologize. And then the next, I'm going to do this red table talk where now I'm talking about it again.
Based on what she said though, what did you take away from her side of the story?
Did she say what happened again? Like, cause I would think that was
Excuse me. Oh no, she said what happened.
She said like after that whole situation, she
Yeah.
was basically blackballed. Family stopped fucking with her. Her whole name was ruined. She couldn't dance anywhere. It was just all bad. from what she said.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
No,
I just
I'm waiting for you to jump out the window. I'm just here to put it right by the
I-
rim.
because I'm here. I'm here for people being wronged. I am. It happens every day. What often is left out of these stories is a insane amount of accountability.
Yes. Agreed.
Will's 21. You're his senior, whatever the age difference is. Be a fucking adult, bruh, and just conduct yourself as such. Is that asking a lot? Because black don't get it fucked up. People get blackballed every day. It's not saying that that's not a thing, but there also is a thing where this is a kid I'm talking to. I have to be better than this, and I also have to not have my biases and my prejudice and want no. Just conduct yourself right. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but that too is a thing. Because everybody on the show had their differences with Will. Everybody, and you just decided to be the one to have the issue and take it to the max with the star of the show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I had an interesting week.
Agreed. I definitely agree. I completely agree with that shit, like, by far. But she can't be acting like it was the situation that happened with, like, Family Matters. Like, when Steve Urkel hit Family Matters, they changed the entire script and direction of the show. That's a whole nother thing for, like, actors hitting a show and thinking that it was gonna be one thing, and then this dynamic thing happens in one episode, and all of a sudden our whole train of thought changes on
Yeah.
what the plan is.
It's called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's completely different. Like, you knew what you was walking into when you made, like, you probably didn't know the full onslaught of, like, how it was gonna be behind the scenes, but I just don't get the approach of things when you have a position and it's a time where not everybody is getting opportunities. I can see if it's today, like today, you get so many, like, you get more opportunities you did from back then, and there's a better chance of just being able to get on just off some wild shit than it was from back then. But I would think that your approach to it would be that, let me play this game. And I do not get when you're not able to play the game to get to the next part. That's all. Like, it didn't have to be where, this was gonna be your make or break moment. You could have just been on here, and then it could have streamlined you to your next thing that you actually want to do, or I don't know. That's what I would think. I didn't watch it, so I'm talking from the hip, but that's just my thought process, especially for Black people. That's just my thought process.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, but L's right there, and you're right. Like, there had to be, like even Will said it. I'm 21, and at the time, if you by
Do the
season
math, my
3,
nigga. I'm lit.
You're beyond lit. You're on fire. So, and Viv, like you said, there's probably another route to go, because, like, somebody like James Avery, that motherfucker was world-renowned
Yeah.
theater actor, and I know him and Will probably bumped heads
All the time. He didn't think Will was a great
sure.
actor and didn't think he deserved it. But he did his job. But I think where we might be underqualified to continue the conversation is in the realm of sexism and all that shit and how they deal with each other. So, because the exchange between James Avery and Will ultimately can be stripped down to some man-to-man shit where it don't matter how much of a star you are and how much of the show you are, nigga, I'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
That's real.
So that's probably the part that we're missing and sort of undervaluing. I'm personalizing it a little bit and having dealt and having had interactions with people. where they're so unwilling to hold themselves accountable in the realm of whatever the exchange is. Um, I'm I'm me. I'm hella diplomatic, also hella stubborn. Um, when I'm right, but when I'm wrong, I really go out of my way to listen. You know. So with that in mind, let's have an exchange of accountability. That's feels like it doesn't feel like a lot to ask in the realm of people identifying and being comfortable and being like, yo, it's newsflash, y'all, being wrong ain't the worst fucking thing in the world. You don't die. You could die from not admitting you're wrong. No, that's a thing. You know, so
That's one of the biggest things I tell Sid, my daughter, is I tell her all the time, it's okay to be wrong.
yeah,
I was like, don't try to, if you're wrong, just accept it. I said, learn from it and grow from it. But
Yeah.
the people that don't grow is the ones that they're just constantly like, nah, I wasn't in the wrong.
Bruh,
Because
and-
there's some percentage that you was in the wrong.
and so much of that is from not having parents that have that conversation. And then for whatever reason, this influx of
Hold you accountable.
yeah, of abandoned children that don't have the terrain to be wrong. I remember feeling like that a lot as a kid, like being in class and like knowing the answer, but being so afraid of being wrong. It was like, yeah, nigga, I'm gonna keep my head down. The embarrassment of being wrong was never worth it, and it should be the complete opposite. It's like, you was wrong, so she just told me the right answer. Oh, guess what? I'll never be wrong again. You know. If we could simplify that exchange. And so that's not the bag on Miss Janet, because personally, I wish she would have stayed on the show because she was lit. She contrary to everyone else's belief, she was one of the cornerstones and carried that shit a lot. Like when her and Uncle Phil have to go get Carlton and Will back from the hood, like those are the best episodes. And the new Aunt Viv was cool, but she was just kind of just there, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure they dialed her back a lot though after that exchange. Like I'm pretty sure that role got dialed back a lot, but that was another part.
In case they had to switch it out again.
Yeah, just in case. You know, you never know. I mean, while we're here, I mean, if we can get you used to this completely different person, then yeah, we could for sure switch this up a few times. But I really believe that in that exchange, she lost a lot more than just like being blackballed. I think that it was like she had an opportunity. I don't want to put it like that, but I do want to say that there was an opportunity there to bring a certain dynamic to the show that could have stayed on there, and a lot of it had to do with a lot of Black pride stuff. Like there was a lot that she brought us from like I don't know if she did like African studies or not, or if that was like her background. I'm not quite sure if they talked about that on there.
No.
But she brought a lot of that to the show, and she was hard on that shit. And so so that could have been something that could have elevated that show instead of it going in the route that it went. But either way, I think it was just fine. It was a hell of a script, so it was gonna.
I had a quick random question to see if you guys knew. But did they change the mom out on Family Matters too?
Harriet? Uh-uh.
She stayed the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
No,
so.
it was the little girl, the little sister just vanished, and then it was somebody else that was, but Harriet stayed.
Okay.
Yeah. Why I know that is random, but Family Matters is my shit. I'm not ashamed. I don't care. Sue me.
Yeah, I didn't watch that in order, but I watched a good amount of those.
New music, real quick. It was a lot of it, but I really only want to talk about Raj, honestly. Raj and St. John. I'm bugging. The two niggas that you can play with a room full of women and just have a fucking blast. California Poppy 2 is insane. I don't even.
Great.
That shit's so tight, I don't even mind saying California Poppy. I just say it all the time. I don't care. Raj, shout out Raj, Ari, the entire team. Miggy put his fucking foot in that mix. Ian, Drew, Reese, fucking Kyle Betty, bro. The niggas are just unbelievable. Unbelievable. The music sounds great. And then St. John. We get both of the the hella tall, dark skinned singing niggas in the same weekend.
lie.
It don't even feel fair, bruh.
Man.
It don't feel fair at all. If you can hit a falsetto and you over 6'5", it's like, yeah,
Cheat code.
the cheat code.
Yeah.
L, what's up, nigga? Take
I
some
was about
singing
to
lessons.
say,
Take some singing lessons, man.
nigga, take the pod to a new level.
I got this, man. Don't worry about it. That's what I've been working on.
Man, yeah, that was my quick tip. Did any other new music that really stood out to you guys? I know Meg dropped. I know Russ. I know it was a lot of music, but those two records specifically, I didn't get to the Meek shit. Yeah,
I really fucked with the rest shit. I felt like it was it was basically him just like proof. It was a proof thing, like with a lot of Russ stuff. Like
Yeah.
if you follow Russ's career at all, then like it's plenty of flexing that he tends to do. But this one was cool because it put a lot of lyricists on the album
Yep.
to prop up how strong his lyrical ability is. So that was interesting, and the beat choice was great. It was
Did he produce a lot of that?
I
too?
think it was outside of his production this time.
Oh, okay.
So that's what he usually utilizes his own production, but I think it was outside of there. Like he had a Preem one on there, he had some other ones on there, I believe. So that was interesting. So, but yeah, Black Thought had a crazy verse on there. Ab, of course, had a crazy one. I think Crick had a great one too. So it was a lot of lyricism on that one. Meek shit, I couldn't get into it because of Meek's week. Meek will affect me a lot, bro. Like if he does something like in the realm of being like corny or anything like that outside of rap, then that affects me listen to his music. But that last song was dope, so I did grab that one. That's a 4-packer. Yeah, St. John killed it. St. John killed it, man.
They got a machine over there, bro. That nigga's insane.
It's cold because he can reuse his own music.
Yeah.
That's what's dope about his shit, is that he makes the same song.
Over and over
Like
again, and it's so tight.
It'll be all his music though. Like he'll just redo his own shit and just add another person to it, like just a new feature, and then just re-release it, and that shit hits the exact same way to me. Like Monica Lewinsky came back, and I was like, okay, that was a nice I like who he added to Monica
Now we
Lewinsky
rolling.
this time.
Now we
so,
rolling.
So yeah, that shit was dope.
Did anybody get to the Meg?
I listened to like the first half of it.
How was it?
The starting
Did she have news to tell?
shit seemed like it. The whole first song was just about Tori and her ex-best friend.
Really?
Yeah.
How was the music though?
It's Meg. It's still like
See-
after that song.
See, niggas answer that question the
Nah.
exact same, and I just want to
Because
see if you was gonna
she's
do
rapping her ass off. Like as far as her rapping, but like it's outside music, so it's hard to. Just,
Okay, so that's what.
Yeah, it's outside music,
See,
and
I feel so bad for the artists that make shit for being outside and niggas not outside, so they still trying to drop and it's not landing.
Hey, Saweetie can do it. But then again, it's a lot more to Saweetie than just the music, though. Like she
Yes,
can
there
pull
you
you
go.
in
There
from
you go. I was
all
gonna
her
say-
own line
I was
shit.
gonna say
That makes it so that
I
when
don't
she
think-
drops a song, that shit still hits during this time.
I was gonna say her music is doing numbers because of everything else.
Yeah,
like,
no, she's a
people
machine.
Love her.
She's a machine.
Love her. So it's the music.
You're right.
The
You're
music
right.
just
You're
so
right.
happens to be tight, but you there because of everything else. Like
True that.
she got that shit figured out.
True that.
Hot take, because it's not to pit them against each other. I think Sweetie's internet personality is even more universally inviting than Cardi's.
It's possible.
Inviting. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying she can pull hella different people in. That's all.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think for Cardi, it'll be more so she unlocks the ratchetness that, you know, like white people would like to have sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like sometimes when they want to, you know, put up the stripper pole in the living room when the kids go off to daycare.
I think it's her Bay shit. I think it might be being a product of the Bay.
Always,
Like she's
always,
just
always.
universally appealing. Is like, oh, I fuck with her. I recognize her from somewhere. Her her energy jumps off that shit with her and her grandma and her. I believe it's her grandma and her auntie or her cousin. They're cooking gumbo together. I was like, bro, I'm a fan. Like I hadn't heard any music up to that point. It was like I'm a fan for life for her. Just how she's interacting with her grandma and her auntie. Like this feels familiar to me.
Nah,
you
she
know?
be rocking.
Yeah, Sweetie's amazing.
Hey, one day we're gonna talk about, we ain't gotta talk about it, but one day somebody gonna talk about how weird the combination of Meg and Tori was.
Okay,
Like, who the
is
fuck
this-
would have panned them two to be in a relationship with
I
each
know.
other? So would that not be like a certain level of like career steering? You know what I mean? Like, do you do that for a look as opposed to actually fucking with the individual and then
So-
he fucks up?
I feel like it's been enough time. I was the main proponent about, hey, no jokes. Feel like the statute of limitations is up. That was the weirdest shit ever. She's 6'8". This nigga's 4'11", bro. What are we doing?
And that's before the hills.
That's before. That's without heels.
That's without heels.
If your chick is 6 foot and she go grab the heels, she don't fuck with you, bro. She don't. And y'all going out. Like it's one thing for her to go be with her by herself with her friends, but if y'all go into a red carpet event together and she already over 6 feet and get the heels, that's plain disrespect.
It's also it's also disrespectful if y'all go to the red carpet and she grabbed the slides.
Yeah, I was about to say, what do you want to do?
Like if she got the slides underneath
She like, bro, what do you want from me? Remember, Don't Be a Minute? She's like, these ones?
Yeah.
These ones? It
Exactly.
take her hella long to get out the house because she trying not to hurt this nigga's ego. Bro, pick one.
That's what I'm saying. The combination don't work, bro. Like there is no option that
God
works
bless
best.
the short niggas, man. Gosh.
No, but they got plenty of short options.
But the 6 foots and up be bad.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It just ain't for y'all.
Lead them to us. We got you. Fall back, my nigga.
It's good.
let us hold it
But I'm
down.
saying though, that never ever works out, except for in that, like, if you go across the landscape of women and men that have gotten together, I don't think you would find another 5 couples that matched up in that height difference. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be interesting that these two matched up.
Oh no,
So that's what I'm saying.
That's some force. That's some like, hey,
completely
we
forced.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But
just wanted to make sure.
But by them, no, their managers
Right,
may have,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
may have suggested it, but then they were like, yo, we got to keep up with Sweetie and Quavo. We got to keep up with Travis and Kylie. We got, it's like these different weird sort of relationships that are generating like revenue.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, hey,
But it was so forced because I couldn't tell you that the public knew that they were together.
yeah. Until she shot him, or he shot her.
That's what I'm saying. Like we would
Like literally, I didn't know that they were.
They took a whole ass picture together, and I was like, God, look at her little brother.
That's cute. you take your little man shopping.
Yeah, man. Look.
All right, we gotta stop. That's fucked up. Tori, I'm sorry, bro, because you hella tight, but that shit. Let's stay on the short niggas though.
What's up, man?
Kev owe everybody an apology, bro.
Completely.
Did you watch that special?
No.
Kev, I promise to never talk
he
bad
gotta
about
stop
a black
it, bro.
man
He gotta stop.
that has done as much as you have done, but you gotta stop, bro. You cannot be this tone deaf. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go in the way I want to go in because I'm such a Kevin Hart fan as a person and what he's done. I'm not even mad at him. I'm mad at the Plastic Cup Boys for letting them put that bullshit out. Like, yo, niggas clearly don't fuck with you no more. They let you put that bullshit out.
I don't believe they cleared it. I feel like this was him.
He went rogue.
I feel like
he went rogue.
I feel like he went rogue.
Wait, watch the Plastic Cup Boys be like, don't blame that shit on us.
Hey, no, best believe, and they'll say that shit on their platform,
On
bro.
their show.
They have been unabided with how they speak to Kev during this time, because Kev can't do shit about it during this time. You know what I mean? Like Kev is built off of his stardom, and stardom and fame and all that shit doesn't work in this current climate
at all.
You can't leverage your fame in this current climate. So him still trying to do so was the downfall to this special. Was that, bro, you can't stop talking about fame in 2020.
Yeah.
Like you could have saved that shit for 2022 maybe. Back when when the general public is probably doing some shit that has them on their feet, where they start thinking of people being on the pedestal as a good thing again. You know what I mean? But like as of right now, I don't think that's really like the vibe at the moment.
Yeah, man, that
If
was.
if you're doing pedestal shit while people are struggling to pay their rent and they're
And then putting it out on the platform that people are using for their escape.
That
That
part.
part was confusing. It was like, bro, you could have just snuck that one out and not had it land on Netflix. That's the one you.
My nigga, you could have just done. You didn't have to stick it out. You could have just done that to your rich friends. They could have paid.
Nah,
they could have paid
there
for
you-
your personal special.
There you go.
Like they could have got you by to think that you was good for the next 2 months, just to wait till 2021 happened, and not release that to the general public because that's what you had in that room. That was your rich friends you had in your room.
That's what was annoying. Kev has had in terms of like some regular nigga problems. He didn't have regular nigga problems. Cheating, got caught in a scandal where the homie might have set him up. Car crash where people died and you almost died. You got some real life shit to talk about. And here we are.
Oh, people died in that car wreck?
I thought somebody passed away. Am I bugging?
No, people are seriously hurt. I think.
Okay.
I think people are seriously hurt.
My bad.
I don't know if somebody. I don't know if somebody died in that one though.
Seriously injured.
Yeah.
Some like life altering shit where you were threatened with the fear of not being able to walk again. Come on, fam. You done seen some shit. Dallas in. And for me, if we're talking about, you know what I wished watching that. I wish Patrice was still alive, because he would have roasted Kev. He would have roasted Kev so bad Kev wouldn't even thought about putting that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like somebody asked the other day, what if Big and Pac don't die? And I go, we don't get a Hove. I don't know if Hove realizes his full potential without that space. Like that Hove did this thing where he just stepped into this void and fully embraced it, right? Patrice passed away and no one can figure that shit out in terms of just like commanding that much of your emotions as a consumer. I've watched that with people, particularly women I'm like interested in at a particular time.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, Patrice makes not even just women, just some men can't handle the shit that nigga was saying. And so, and I've heard Rogan and Kevin say, yeah, it was to his detriment. That's why he never got into Hollywood. Not really fucking with that.
I think he would have had a whole different avenue, though.
Especially today.
Yeah.
Especially today. After Elephant in the Room, it was circulating. It was like, and now any comedian that does an interview goes, yeah, Patrice was in my top 5. Like, that's saying something, you know? And so I don't know. I wish Kev still had competition like that. Like, because Dave is his competition, but not really. He know he can't fuck with Dave, so he don't ever try to go in. None of them know. All of them know that they can't fuck with Dave, so they don't go in that realm. I think the only one that ain't scared of Dave for real is Bill Burr. Like, and you can hear it in the way he delivers his shit.
Yeah.
Everybody else is sort of playing the Kevin game. They're kind of playing it safe. I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like Carlos is gonna figure some shit out.
I think they all still scared of Dave. I think everybody's scared of Dave. But they also understand that Dave doesn't really care to be that person right now. So
Exactly.
there is a void.
There's
to
a
that.
void, yeah.
There's a void that's
To being
needed.
the funniest person alive.
Yeah, like somebody had to take that reign. I think Bill Burr wants to take that reign of being the funny person. I don't think Dave really wants to do that. Even though I find Dave to be funny as fuck.
No,
even in the dry humor.
Not even the dry humor, G. The humor with the and I think that's the thing.
Yes.
That's the thing that the non-talented people like an Andrew Schultz wouldn't understand. You don't need a punchline all the time, my nigga.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes sometimes it's just about being funny in real scenario shit where you're not searching for a corny ass punchline. I think that's what Neil and Dave have perfected.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bill's perfected it too, based off of his SNL monologue and just like, oh yeah, I'm about to make all the white women mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a genius move because people normally go for white men. They normally go for the low hanging fruit. He's like, yeah, let's make some white women mad, and I got a black wife. Fuck with me. It was so brilliant.
But Bill's been in camp though. Like Kevin Hart doesn't go to camp.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like he keeps everything close to the chest. on like what he's gonna do, and then he just interacts with like the Plastic Cup Boys, but they're still at a level
But
where
Naeem
he
and
can.
them niggas are funny, bro. Like on their own, they're hella funny.
Yeah, but he can still supersede them though.
I feel you.
You know what I
I
mean?
feel
Like
you.
there isn't somebody that's gonna. They can
Challenge
challenge
him,
him, but he still cuts a good amount of their
Their
checks.
checks, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so, it's who's gonna supersede that part?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like no, it's almost as if having yes men that tell you no, and you still be like, but I pay you to be yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's kind of how that operation works.
Okay, well, how about this?
Yeah.
Mr. No Yes Man around.
Yes.
And it's only funny because he know exactly what I'm about to say. You at the house when Wayne should get raided. You taking the case?
Oh, we gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out for sure. We gonna figure it out for
Somebody,
sure.
hey, who in here ain't got nothing to do? L will be in there regulating. Nigga, you ain't doing nothing. And then,
Oh yeah,
and
Nick,
then,
no,
and then he'll
that's a true heart to heart with everybody, bro. Like, what is your position here?
L will
Right now?
figure out an equation, be like, all right, anybody over 27 that don't have nothing going right now can go sit down for 5 years. So, hey, take this right now.
Easy, bro.
It'd be like, I need your past record. Who got
Easy.
felonies? Who got misdemeanors? And who has nothing?
Oh, your record clean and you 27 and you not popping? Hey, it's his. It's
Easy,
his.
bro.
Officer, him.
Take that. Don't worry. Count will be right when you get out. Just because.
Yeah, that's it. Don't worry about it. You got your books.
That's what they said the first time with the bus incident in New York. Is like it wasn't enough niggas on that bus. Somebody could have took that, right? You don't stop the money.
I'm just sick with it.
So
Unless
unless
there's a sicker, darker plan at hand.
but it's Lil Wayne. Like
Yeah, please speak it.
It is Lil Wayne. But I'm just saying, this goes into my conspiracy shit. So I'll but
don't do it. Please don't. Please don't. I know what you. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Go ahead, Lex.
if Wayne's in jail, do you know what his numbers are going to look like? And I hate to say it like that. But
This is conspiracy corner.
It also gives a lane for Drake, but
Wait a
Whoa.
minute. You sick fucks. What is happening?
It also gives a lane for Drake, and you got to think about how much Drake starred Brighton during that time.
So y'all gonna say Birdman and Drake sat down and concocted this whole shit?
I wouldn't say Birdman sat down with a soul. Besides, probably Slim.
yeah. And
We
it's
don't even
like,
know if Slim is real.
Exactly.
Nobody ever even seen Slim, man.
Slim is a hologram of Birdman stretched out in a
Real life.
Lex, wait.
Real life.
What is going? Oh, y'all gotta stop, bro.
Real life.
I can't.
You
I
don't know
can't.
what Slim. You don't know what Slim looked like today.
No, nigga.
I know who they said was Slim back in the day. Nah, but the law gotta stop. The rules behind the law has to stop. Like this world drug shit that they get away with, that shit has to stop, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's no way in the world you can get the information and say that we're searching a plane that we thought was transporting drugs on it.
Yeah.
What? Thought there was the transportation of drugs on this on a flight on a private jet.
Yeah.
That they got to stop doing that when it's overwhelmingly to a certain side, bro. They got to that shit has to stop more than anything else. Like as much as we be talking about media shit, somebody got to get to the bottom of that.
Well, I think we have. There is a war on. There's a war on young black men with access to wealth, but that feels like it feels like somebody dropped a dime. Like it's just too convenient.
Completely.
It's entirely too convenient. And you only move like that when you've been moving like that and ain't had no hangups. So it's like to get caught slipping that way, it's like because keep it a buck too, the feds is stupid, bro. Like I'm not gonna hold y'all. Like they are. Like their conviction rate is so high because niggas tell. And niggas telling is niggas telling.
And it
And
doesn't
niggas
take much
do-
to niggas tell.
and niggas do stupid shit. Like the feds don't come in if the feds try to come in when everything's running like a well-oiled machine, they can't figure it out. But then when the well-oiled machine starts to run sloppily and people just start doing dumb shit.
But even in that, guess what? They usually don't have no evidence until nigga tell. Shut up. Unless you got incentive to tell. So who has incentive to tell? Now y'all got me spooked.
We'll never know who the fuck has incentive to tell. Sometimes you'll just never know.
The only thing I know is that Wayne's been rapping his ass off lately.
And now all of a sudden,
And you know he got at least 2 albums ready to go that are done of him rapping.
I'm just not ready for 38-year-old Wayne to go to jail. Like that doesn't feel conducive to anything at all. to
That's
me.
crazy. That nigga 38.
Yeah.
But
Is he 30? He is 30.
no,
right?
yes, he is. That's crazy. But yeah, they got to stop it though, man. They have to stop that way of living.
Let's do hot.
And also, I want to know who has the gun. So if it's gold plated, I bet they took that shit.
What? Hell, why is that your thought?
Because, bro, them niggas is
Gold
foul, bro.
I'm taking a souvenir from the Wayne
Bro,
bus.
them niggas is foul, bro. That shit getting sold on the black market right now.
We got to get out of here, but y'all had some fucking awesome topics. Lex is calling Amazon a new drug dealer. L is predicting all hell to break loose on First Take with Molly. I'm with you too. And then Bow Wow done lost his fucking mind. So all of those are important. Quick, how is Amazon a new dope dealer?
Because now
selling
Amazon can
drugs.
deliver prescription drugs. They paid the $700 million, so
Oh, you
they
literally mean they're the
Yeah.
new drug dealer?
Like
Yeah,
755 million?
so
like
they
that.
now have permission.
You can order antibiotics and motherfucking oxys through Amazon?
If you got the prescription, they will fulfill and deliver.
You're shitting me. Oh, this is over. I tweeted the other day, we're doomed. This is it.
They better not have specific packaging for prescription drugs because that shit's about to open up a whole nother petty theft market.
Oh yeah. What? You thought niggas was hitting the Amazon boxes left on the porch before? Let me find out you sending
There's
them-
10,000 perks in there?
Nigga, you thought packages was just getting marked as delivered before. Nigga, that shit get
fact-
taken before delivery company deliver them shits. Bro, that don't happen, man.
Gee, Molly's role on First Take will be the next big social topic. I noticed something the last few times with her and her interaction between Stephen A and Max. But what are you alluding to, or is that what you're alluding to?
I'm just alluding to the mediator in the mediator position because I thought that it started off with what's her name?
Dana Jacobson back in the day.
With
Carrie Champion.
Carrie Champion. I think with Carrie Champion was creating a lot of that noise, and then she left and got her own show within ESPN. But I think given Molly's likeness, she has an opportunity to run that shit up a lot higher than Carrie Champion could have, which is unfortunate, but it is the truth in my
Carrie
estimation.
lit right now though, but I feel what you're saying.
No, she's definitely lit, but I'm thinking more so on like how it is communicated or how they actually communicate with the mediator on that show. So I think that there is something there that there's something to stay, kind of think
Stay
about
tuned in.
going forward.
And then Bow Wow put out his PSA for old rappers yesterday.
Hey, Bow Wow has spoken, man.
What is he?
Hey, when he speaks, you shall listen, man.
To
You shall
Shad?
listen. To Shad.
I don't hear nothing Shad got to say. But if his PSA is to old rappers, what is he? Just help me understand.
That's what he's saying. He was like, y'all gonna have to understand that these new niggas are doing stuff that y'all ain't supposed to understand. So stop coming down on them as if like y'all didn't have people come down on y'all.
Shad, shut up. Fuck. If ain't nobody gonna tell you, I will. Shut the fuck up.
You
bro.
said
I'm
it ain't
so
supposed
sick
to,
of that
it
nigga.
ain't for you to understand, money. All right?
All right, bro.
Shit. So let them do them and then they'll take care of this. They'll go all you gotta do is just help groom them. That's all. But stop being old niggas and drying up the market and talking about how they ain't rapping out here. Nah, they rapping.
That's so. He's ultimately right. It just I don't like the messenger.
Huh?
He's right. I don't want to hear from him though.
You didn't like the PSA from him?
Nah, not from Bow Wow.
Ah, man.
Not from Bow Wow.
Come on, man. Somebody got to say it.
Somebody. Okay.
And he's been in the game long enough to be the old rapper, but he's still the young nigga.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I'm not rolling.
I mean, that's on the heels of him dropping a new song in December.
Let's get out of here on some controversy. Women undervaluing and overusing the Miss You. We had a really awesome men sort of meetup and agreed that when I miss you, oh man, you got all the power. But women don't like to allow enough space and time to be missed. And you can literally walk out the door and be like, yo, I miss you already. Be like, fam, I just left. There's no way, right? But out of the politeness, the exchange, oh yeah, boo, I miss you too. It's like, nah, if I really miss you, you got all the power in the world. Let me miss you for real.
That's it.
How do you say that? Or do you not say that? I'm laughing because I wish y'all could see Lex's face. I should hella direct this to LG. Lex got real shit to lose over here. And I don't want to play with this man life. Kendra, I love you. I'm so sorry. I wasn't talking to bro. He would never.
Yeah, he would never.
G.
Yeah, no, I think that.
Lex's face was so priceless. He's like, bruh.
Yeah, no, I think that.
You ever seen a nigga on the hostage video?
Yeah, just blink your eyes twice.
But he know he can't blink either because blink is a giveaway. So he just looking at you hoping you get the message. Like his eyes was wide open.
And I was the nigga on First 48 that don't tell. He be the nigga just sitting there like this, like.
Yeah. Like that video when it was like, so this dude gets a certain amount of. He said something about this dude gets a certain amount of counts for distributing the drugs, or whatever. And the other dude looked over. He's like, "Wait, so nobody else?" And he looked at dude. Like he wasn't gonna say it in that moment, but he was still looking at him like. And the other dude just looking like, well, shit. It's like so, that shit was crazy to me. But yeah, I think that there needs to be a window and opening for men to be real or women to be real in that moment.
Yeah.
Like there should be. I feel like you do get held hostage not being able to be real about that particular deal. Because the only way for you to actually miss someone is to not be in the presence of someone. Yeah. And more times than not, than any point in history, given that we can be contacted nonstop in today's age, around the clock, is that there has to be distance between the two. And the distance ain't gotta be like, oh, I dipped out and I didn't talk to you. You know what I mean? But it's just more so after you leave the house, it ain't no, what you doing? How your day going? Huh? How my day going? Like I saw you 3 hours ago. It's 3 hours difference from my day was going this morning. Ain't much changed in how my day going. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not complete. It's not nonstop tips on like what's going on. I think that's the biggest thing. There is a need for a means to. I miss you. It is overused though, Mike.
It is overused.
It is.
Oh, I miss you. There's no way.
You know that only happens like when they like feel you. Like they didn't got to the point of like now I feel you. Like whatever they was fighting with before, if it was like if I should release the fact that I feel you or not.
The walls
and shit like that. But once those
you know I'm guarded. You know I done been through stuff. It's like, all right, bro.
Once that comes down, it's
none of that got nothing to do with us right now. I know you got baggage and trauma, but all right, I'm gonna be right here. And then you're like, you didn't leave me. Oh. Right, I'm bugging.
No, that's that. Hey, Marty, speak your shit.
I'm tripping.
Speak your shit.
I'm tripping because because it's so one sided. But people are like that, and so it's just funny. It's just funny the currency and the power that women hold and they don't even know it. It's like, dog, like, you know how much shit you can, how much shit you try to manipulate if you just let a nigga actually miss you instead of trying to manipulate the situation when a nigga don't miss you. Then you have no leverage at all. But the second he miss you, like, if ladies do inventory on do inventory on when the
the
nigga try to get you
inventory.
back.
Yeah.
And the shit that he do and how he be talking, the good morning, I miss you text, because he really, his nigga mean that. They
Yeah.
nigga mean that for real, for real.
Just
So,
ask Offset.
okay.
But,
She wildin'. He wildin'.
But allow me to miss you, bro. Like that did miss her every time she say, nigga, I'm out of here.
Allow me to miss you.
And stop returning calls and texts. Oh yeah, that's a miss move right there. How about just don't return his text for a day. That nigga might miss you.
Burn him up.
You know what I'm saying? It's possible that he might miss you. Like if you didn't send a text the entire day.
I hate we saved this for last. This is funny. This is hilarious. Y'all got anything before we get out of here? Good shit, fellas. We came in here and handled that. Thank you, everybody. Remember, subscribe, hit the notifications, and follow the Meet the Brave podcast IG.
Oh,
What happened?
did we bring up the fact that this was my 1 year?
No, we
No,
didn't.
you
We
didn't.
are not getting.
Got to. That is
I ain't getting
breaking
fired.
news back.
Happy 1 year to Lex Bub on the show, man.
Hey,
I know I say this all the time, but it's important to reiterate the currency. Lex is one of the first creatives I met when I moved back from school and was like, yo, I really, really want to do this shit. I have these ideas. But he was the first person I could like nerd out about podcasts with. And it's like, wait, you like podcasts? It's like, yeah, I listen to Joe Rogan all the time. And then we just started sharing podcasts. But then when we got into it, we started doing the show. He's like, yo, just let me film it. You need a film component. It's going to set it off. I'm like, yo, man, that shit costs a lot of money. He's like, I ain't ask you that, son. Let's build. I'm like, I don't know. He like, all right. So did the first few episodes and they went great. And every few weeks, Lex be like, nigga, let me film the show. I'm like, I don't know. And he like, I can't pay you. I didn't ask you that, money. Let me film the show. And this is this crazy back and forth. And then ultimately, when it morphed into L, Poe, and myself, Lex filmed those first episodes and it went great. Like immediately, people were responding. And it was like, damn, but I was watching how much work that is. We're talking about upwards of 20 plus hours a week for work of the show that he wasn't being compensated for. Same with L. It's like it's no compensation. It's just a show that we do every week, and it's grown. And we still, through the grace of our initial sponsors, Northwest Pizza, we haven't had to monetize yet either. So there's a lot of backstory to the business of it, where his contribution is way more than being an additional mic, an additional personality on the show, producing the show, editing the content. The growth is up something stupid like 1,000% since Lex joining the show. So happy 1 year, bro. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
You just added a whole nother dynamic to this shit. So I wish why we didn't do this in the beginning of the fucking show, man. All emotional and shit. Signing off. This is crazy.
Hey, I'm just happy I'm here.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Yeah, man, we appreciate
Don't
you.
do that. Don't do that to me.
We appreciate
That
you,
nigga said,
man.
I ain't get fired for my first year, man. I made it. Man. Look at me.
My mom made it.
How do you feel? How has anything changed for you in the year? Better or worse? Tired?
Better. Like, honestly, I never thought I'd be sitting there talking on a mic. Because, like, for anybody that knows me knows I'm usually the person way in the back.
Tuck.
No, don't nobody know I'm even connected to something. And now I'm actually, like, Mike's like, nigga, I think I'm going to give you a mic. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with the mic? Talk, nigga.
No, it just
Mike, what I'm
it
doing
got
with
to
that?
this point where you were saying such amazing shit, and then everybody was writing in like, "Yo, we can't ever hear Lex, and his points are so tight." It's like, I think we need to give you a mic, bro.
So, like I said, it's great. Now I got a mic and headphones. It's like, just so beautiful.
Nah, man, it's been an honor and a pleasure.
Definitely
for rocking with both of y'all. You guys, this is my therapy. We'll get to get perspectives and information too, because we're all into like sub genres and sub different things. So what we bring to the table, and then to have people respond the way that they do to this, to the silly shit y'all niggas be saying. Like the fact that y'all got so many supporters is annoying. I'm gonna keep it because you niggas be saying some wild shit. And I'm like, I'm over here trying to be PC and I'm like, oh, I can just jump out the window. People love it, you know. So thank y'all for making this year make sense. How about that? The listenership, thank you so much. Lex, thank you. LG, thank you. It's been another episode of the Meet the Brave podcast. We'll see you next week.
Love.
Yes.